Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin's former political nemesis and the infamous Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny will be buried today. The funeral service will be held in Moscow. After a search for a hall to allow Navalny's supporters to bid farewell to him failed, Navalny's funeral will be held at a church in Moscow's southeast Marino district in the afternoon.
Alexei Navalny will be buried in Moscow. This sentence is usually followed by everyone who knew Alexei knew what kind of a person he was. Cheerful and courageous and honest. And this, of course, is true.
According to Navalny's allies, hearse drivers are refusing to take his body from the morgue to the funeral site. Navalny's spokesperson says funeral directors are receiving threatening calls from unknown people, warning them not to transport Navalny's body anywhere. On Thursday, heavy police presence could be seen around the cemetery. Civilians also passed by at the area with caution due to fear of reprisals.
I
was just taking a walk around here and decided to change my route and check out what was happening here. I see plenty of police around the cemetery. It's rather strange. I've never seen such a thing. It's unusual. It's like they are on edge. Yes, this is why I decided to see. I was walking by, decided to see what it all was about.
Details regarding the funeral and how many mourners will be allowed to attend are still unclear. There has been no comment from authorities on how the funeral service will be managed. Now, Russia's opposition leader and Putin's harshest critic, Alexei Navalny, died on February 16th in a remote Arctic penal colony. He died in one of Russia's harshest penal facilities. Russian authorities haven't announced the cause of his death at the age of 47. But many Western leaders have already blamed it on Russian President Vladimir Putin. Remember, Russian authorities initially refused to hand Navalny's body over to his mother, Lyudmila, but finally relented 8 days after his death. On the other hand, European Parliament has adopted a resolution against political oppression in Russia and the death of the Russian opposition leader, Alexei Navalny. The resolution was passed with 506 votes in favour, 9 against and 32 abstentions. The voting session held in the French city of Strasbourg moved through issues such as the need for EU action in support of political prisoners and oppressed civil society in Russia, as well as the need for EU support for Ukraine after 2 years since the Russian full-scale invasion. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.